In this video, we are going to see about the difference between relational database management system and database management system. So mainly there are 5 features which may differ from dbms and rdbms. So the first one is data structure. So we are using data structure in order to group the data in an organized manner, right? So in dbms there is no specific structure which can be enforced to store any type of data in any format, but in rdbms each and every data is stored in a tabular format which contains rows and columns, which enforces the relational structure. So the second point says about the data integrity. So data integrity which does not enforces any relational constraints when we are seeing about dbms, okay, database management system. At the same time, in relational database management system, the relational constraints such as primary key, foreign keys and unique constraints will be enforcing the data integrity compared with dbms. The third point says about the query language. So we are using the structured query language in order to retrieve as well as to access the data both in dbms as well as rdbms. But lack of security happens when we are using dbms. At the same time, when designing a query or managing the relational database by means of SQL, that is structured query languages, gives somewhat robustness when we are using the same in rdbms. The fourth point is normalization. So normalization, as you know, normalization is the very important concept of rdbms, which is used in order to reduce the redundancy of data available inside the table. So this is mainly used in rdbms in tabular form, but it is not enforced in database management system. The last point is scalability and performance. So this is may be optimized for scalability as well as performance for large data set as well as for complex queries. At the same time, so this may be efficiently managed the large data set with the help of rdbms, because it is in the form of table which contains rows as well as columns. So we are using this scalability and performance in order to get an optimized result. Okay, for better result we can use rdbms tables. So these are the 5 features and the difference between rdbms as well as dbms. Next we are going to see about SQL as well as mysql. So as you know, SQL means structured query language, mainly used for managing as well as for manipulating the relational databases. So we can access it, we can manage it, we can change something inside the table with the help of this structured query language. So managing and manipulating can be done, or which means that we can query the data, we can update the data, we can insert the data, we can delete, create and modify the database schema, which means the tables, views and indexes by means of SQL. So the next point says that the SQL is not a specific database, it's a language which is used for the database management system such as mysql, Microsoft SQL servers, oracles, etc. So SQL is used to communicate with as well as to manage with the relational databases. So that is all about SQL. So from this slide we can understand SQL is a language, and this language is known as structured query language, and this is mainly used for managing as well as for manipulating the data inside the table. So then what is mysql? So the question arises, what is the difference between SQL and MySQL. So as you know, SQL is a language, whereas MySQL is an open source relational database management system. So it is an open source relational database system which is mainly used for implementing the SQL languages. So you know what is the role of SQL language, what is structured query language, what we can do with SQL. So this is mainly developed by SQL Lab. Now it is known as Sun Microsystem. It's a part of Oracle Corporation, right? So this MySQL is known for its reliability, scalability, so ease of use. So it is very easy to use and the wide adoption across various applications and industries. So this MySQL has multiple storage engine, as well as it is best fit for the needs, for example, ISAM, right? So index based management systems. So ISAM, as well as it is mainly used for content management system called a CMS, e-commerce platform, and other driven application. So in this video we have discussed about rdbms, dbms, SQL, as well as MySQL. We can see the next topic in the next video. Thank you.